Let me walk you through the performance of Ashok Leyland in the last financial year. First and foremost, as is always, we say that our vision is to be in the top 10 globally in MHCV trucks and top 5 globally in MHCV buses. This is our vision. We've been working towards it. We have now achieved number 15 in trucks and number 4 in buses, and we hope to continue to move on this path. Let me give you a quick summary of FY15 versus FY14. First and foremost, in terms of the domestic market, the total industry volume actually went up for medium and heavy commercial vehicles by 16%. I'm happy to announce that we had the highest market share in the domestic market in the last 10 years at 28.6%, as reported by SIAM. In the aftermarket, where we have not only our spare parts but also our service revenues like annual maintenance contracts as well as other things, insurance, we achieved revenues of 967 crores, which is also one of the highest at 16% higher than last year. Our LCV volumes are at 27,242, they're 6% lower than last year, but they were able to maintain their market share because the TIV actually fell by more than this. In defense, our BFJ kits was at 2,472 kits that we sell to Vehicle Factory Jabalpur, which were 56% higher than last year. In Power Solutions business, our volumes were at 14,000, substantial drop of 20%. But this is one business that actually complains when there is no power cuts. So when there is no power cut, there is no requirement for gensets. The good thing is that they actually improve their market share despite a drop in volume. And lastly, the exports, we grew by about 30% compared to the previous year at 10,806. Beyond this, we also had some kits that we sold. Overall, we had over 30% growth over the previous year. The domestic industry, if I talk a little bit more in detail, as I mentioned, we went 16% up in TIV. The total industry volume and our market share went up to 2.5%. The TIV actually ended at 230,000 vehicles, medium and heavy commercial vehicles. The market share was, despite continuously changing TIV, it was the first time, as you can see, after 2 years that the market has actually started to come back, and this was the highest market share that we were able to achieve in the last 10 years. But the TIV is still way short of the FY12 numbers, which was closer to about 350,000. So I think there is a substantial potential for improvement in the overall volumes if we even come back to the FY12 volumes. If I break down the market share figures into two sectors, what we call medium and heavy. In heavy commercial vehicles, where majority of the new entrants have come into this market, we don't look at market share we do look at internally on a month-to-month basis, but when we look at business performance, we look at market share over a longer period, because some people can get one order and the market share can fluctuate. So over the last 5 years, it has been our intention to hold our market share somewhere north of 30%, and we've been able to hold that at about 33% this year. Even in the medium commercial vehicles, we had a very slight uptake at 14.9% market share in the vehicles which are less than 12 ton but larger than 7.5 ton. Several milestones in the domestic market. We were the first to launch the 37-ton vehicle, which was the country's first 10x2, and I think it was also one of the few in the world. Nobody else had a 37-ton the way we had done it. Today we have nearly 80% market share, providing outstanding profitability to our customers. So when we say "Aapki jeet, hamari jeet," that truly means that if we have a product that the customer can gain in profitability, regardless of what happens to the downturn or the industry, we say that we should develop and launch new products so that the customer's profitability goes up. Boss, as you know, has become the market leader in the premium ICV segment. Overall, we have in the truck segment, the ICV good segment, we are 13.9. MDV private, which is the buses, we had the highest ever market share at 58%. And Janbus is very proud that we have more than 700 Jan buses on the road. We have more than 1800 on order as more funding is issued to the state governments either through JNNERM2 or a new scheme that they are considering. As the funding happens, the tenders are already in our hands, so the balance orders will also be coming to us. Exports, you can see that we had substantial improvement in the MHCV as well as the LCV. We started LCV 2 years ago. We had over 1,000 vehicles, 1,300 vehicles this year, and buses and trucks, we had 11,000 vehicles. Several milestones. The biggest order was from the Sri Lanka Transport Board order of 2,200 vehicles, which was delivered in time. In Middle East, thanks to our Ras Al Khaimah facility, we are the market leader with 52% growth in bus volumes. Overall, 3,500 vehicles, first time ever we sold there. And we started to export to many other countries in Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, Zimbabwe and other places. And two examples here are for the Congo Africa Games. So whether it was Asian Games in India or African Games in Africa, it is Ashok Leyland buses which are moving the people and the sports people around. In Senegal also we provided, we have an order that we are working on for 475 vehicles. There are pictures of that you can see. LCV, as I said, we retained our market share. We had to do a pipeline correction of the dealer stock. Our retail was higher. So as you can see, we finished last year at 14% market share. We corrected it with the dealer pipeline stock, and that brought our market share down to 11% because market share is measured on number of vehicles invoiced, not number of vehicles retailed. So retail was higher, but nevertheless towards the end of Q4, as you can see, we were back up to 16% market share. Overall for the year we finished at 15%. I think that the LCV market, which has been quite subdued for quite some time, it normally lags the MHCV business by about 6 months, and I think it is now poised to come back. So it's good that Go Strong is doing exceptionally well. Almost 95% of the sales in that segment are now Go Strong, and it's performing very well. Some of the key highlights, we also had some variants of the Dost, as in Dost Express and Ambulance, similarly in the Partner, and a variant of the Partner called the Mitra, which was launched in February, already sold over 100 vehicles. Very positive feedback on both the Partner as well as the Mitra also. Power Solutions, the volumes declined, but our market share improved. As I said, there is lesser power outage, so there is lesser demand. But we also expanded beyond and we started selling to harvesters and to other people. Everybody who needed an engine to power their vehicle or their component or their aggregate, we said we will provide. Our aftermarket revenues grew by 16% to a new high, to 967 crores. This is mainly lay parts, but it also includes annual maintenance contracts, insurance. It also includes things like extended warranty packages and so on. What we are most proud of over the last few years, despite the downturn, you can see that on average we were improving our network by 1/3, and this is the key element of our transformation, that while the company was struggling in a downturn, rather than just focus on cost cutting, we also focus on building the company for future readiness. We launched the most number of new products during this downturn, and we also expanded our network significantly. I earlier told you that we had market share gain to record levels. What is more interesting is if you do the anatomy of the market share, we gained market share in every single region. We had the biggest gain from South, but we had market share gain in every single region. And I think not just products, but I think the network growth that I show here is what is causing it. Similarly, even in international markets, we had 138 new touch points. In our industry, you must give a product that where the customer can achieve profitability per ton kilometer, and also give him the comfort that wherever he is in the country, he will be supported, or in the world. We are the first company to launch the Tatkal scheme, where we said wherever you are in India, including the state highways now, you give us a call and we'll be there in less than 4 hours. And if your vehicle has a problem, we'll have it up and running no matter what the problem in less than 48 hours. If we can't, we'll pay you a penalty. We launched this scheme and we are focused on that. We don't do the penalty for penalty's sake, but only to put more pressure on us and our dealerships to make sure that we are keeping the customer's vehicle on the road. My customer only makes profit No matter how good a product you give him, he only makes profit if the vehicle is running. The wheels are turning, then he makes money. So that's the reason for the focus on that. Some of the key initiatives: we substantially transformed the way we do business in the selling approach. We launched a major process called PRISM, which stands for Practical Implementation in Sales and Marketing, where today we are the only company in the world, I believe, which sells actually entire Andhra market if you go to, and most of Tamil Nadu market, where our dealer sales executives actually use a tab to make the sales rather than old paper brochures and all of that. And with that tab, they can calculate the savings that a customer would get if they buy a vehicle, they can calculate EMIs, they have the latest brochures, everything online. And that is something that we will continue to build. And you can see the big impact was the productivity of the dealer sales executive has nearly doubled because of this. And once the productivity doubles, that starts to translate into results. We also have online 3D web catalog now. If you want to order a part, it's almost like ordering anything from a e-commerce site. You simply pick up the part and drop it. We have continued our pursuit for providing proper training. More than 600,000 drivers in India have been trained by Ashok Leyland. We are the pioneers of it. We are now running 11 driver training schools, including our own developed state-of-the-art simulators that you can see pictures here. We had localized this to the extent that as you are driving this truck, and I invite you to come to Namakkal and test drive on this simulator, as you are driving, suddenly a dog will run across, because that is what will happen in India. So you have to be prepared for every eventuality. And we are leveraging analytics to do a lot more work in our field to understand where the markets are going, what trends are coming. We have trained more than 6,000 mechanics, whether they work for Ashok Leyland or not, but outside mechanics also, and some of the best mechanics in the industry. These are the frontline mechanics who don't often get recognized for their hard work. So we created something called Service Samrat, and we recognize the most skilled amongst them. And lastly, we have extended the Tatkal promise to all the state highways also. Our defense business continued to grow. We have made significant progress in our defense business. Historically, as you know, Ashok Leyland was only a 4x4 player. But now we have grown substantially, and we have expanded to 6x6, 8x8, 10x10. We used to only carry people as in logistics vehicles, but we have now said that anything that the army needs to be carried, whether it's ammunition, equipment or guns, we will provide the right vehicle for it. And we have worked very hard with many partners. You can see this is a multi-barrel rocket launcher on the back of an Ashok Leyland truck. The next one is a mounted gun system. This is one of the very few guns in the world which fires straight rather than backwards. So you can position the vehicle, fire, move around, fire again. This is an actual Ashok Leyland vehicle being under test in France, where we have a partnership with Nexter. And this is a vehicle on which a surface, short-range surface-to-air missile is kept. It has a radar that tracks incoming missiles and then launches countermeasures to make sure that it can intervene. Now, the beauty is that this is, as you can see, it's an 8x8. All of these customers, the partners that we've had, they're so impressed by our capability that they are now starting to display their products on the back of our vehicles for their worldwide sales. So this is not just about Make in India, but Make in India for worldwide. One of the key things that we did during our transformation was we made sure that it's not just Ashok Leyland that was transforming, it was also something that we could sustain. So we actually worked to make sure, we went through every dealer's financials and said, I want the dealer and the supplier to be profitable. We found out through our very detailed analysis as to which ones are most vulnerable. We selected them and we started to bring them down. We worked with them how to improve their work. It's not about me just giving them more money. It was about helping to improve their productivity, helping to improve their sales, helping to improve their aftermarket sales. Both in dealers as well as suppliers, we did substantial amount of effort to make sure that the entire chain, value chain, from supplier to Ashok Leyland to the dealer to the customer, the entire value chain is profitable. Only if we focus like that, we will be able to make this sustainable. We also focused a lot on quality. As you know, we had substantial improvements in quality. We achieved world-class levels of end-of-line defects. We invested a lot into our field quality center to achieve world-class levels of reliability, as well as we did many initiatives to help our suppliers. We had over 90% improvement in supplier quality. We actually have teams of people who go and sit at suppliers' facilities to help them improve their quality. Very interestingly, behind all of this, what people don't see is that the infotech that is, or the IT which is digitizing Ashok Leyland. As I said, we are whether it is for quality or reliability, we don't just say that we will develop a software. Today everybody uses mobile, so we say that we should keep everything onto somebody's mobile so that it's very fast and the productivity is much better. So whether it's for quality or whether it's for on-plant, our market, for example, is not just cyclical, but it's actually volatile. So how do we make sure that we run an MRP anytime? So we created something called MRP, Anytime NRP. It's like an ATM, it's not automatic teller machine, but it's an Anytime MRP, which was the first that in the SAP worldwide, and we got an SAP ACE award for that. We support the aftermarket with excellent analytics to say exactly where the shortages are and where the sales can happen. The truck and bus business have the budget calculators as well as the sales planning tools that they can use directly for selling. We are working on telematics where, today anybody can tell you where your truck is. That's simple, it comes to your laptop. But not just where your truck is, but how your truck is operating in terms of your engine oil temperature, water temperature, all of that. That also some people are doing. But then, to have that element provided to you in a graphical format on your mobile phone, wherever you are, that is something that we are saying that we are not just differentiating, but we are differentiating differently. And lastly, we have our own Play Store. It's called Alap. For whatever reason they came up with this name. Any employee who wants to use anything, he can simply, if he wants to do a price inquiry, he can just go to this Alap store, download the price inquiry app, and he will be able to deliver the right quotes. These are just examples of many things that Ashok Leyland's IT department has done, understanding the customer's need, and said, let us leverage technology to bring it to the mobile phone. We received many awards for environment as well as for patents, for international papers, for energy conservation, and we were also named the Commercial Vehicle Maker of the Year by the CV magazine and Apollo. Not to forget, but one of the most important tasks, we believe in business, but business with a heart. Every plant location that we operate in, we make sure that the community is taken care of as well as we can. Many beneficiaries to this. In fact, as I speak, there is a CSR presentation being made to the board as to how we want to significantly enhance the amount of CSR that we will do. Our stock market has rewarded the company's stellar performance. Share price in August 2013 was 12 rupees. In March 2015, it was 73 rupees. Our QIP that we did last July is doubled, was oversubscribed, and it's doubled. And at least from what we know in India, we became the best performing company among all auto manufacturers. And when we did some checking, it was not just best man, we were the best performing auto company in the world. Now for the standalone financials. Any questions so far? Shall I keep going on?
Please keep going.
Please keep going? Okay. Standalone financials. The revenue was up 36%. As a result, the gross profit was up 61%, primarily due to the operating leverage that we got. Started to show the results. Our EBITDA for FY14 was 254 crores. It's up to 1127 crores. I'm happy to say that we have achieved more than 10% EBITDA margins in Q4. Our PBT last year was minus 594. Of course, this excludes all exceptional items. And this year was plus 341 crores. You can see that where we came from, it was a downturn. It was not just a spike for one quarter, but for the last 3 quarters we have been profitable. That means that the transformation work that we are doing is sustainable, and hopefully it will continue to stay at even better results with volume improvements. Thank you very much.